Hi, my name is Ryan Cochran, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the history of the ALS Association and ALS the disease. ALS stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's kind of a mouthful, but it's also more commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig was a famous baseball player a long time ago. He played with the New York Yankees, and he was really good. He was a very healthy man until one day he was stricken with ALS. Um, he was before a very healthy man, and out of nowhere he just deteriorated very quickly until he ultimately passed away. The medical definition of ALS given by the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Strokes, they say that it is a rapidly progressive and invariably fatal neurological disease that attacks the nerve cells and that are responsible for controlling your voluntary muscles. Some symptoms of ALS include cramping, sore and weak muscles, the inability to chew and swallow. So like right here, these muscles kind of go limp a little bit. Also, slurred speech could be a problem. Slurred or nasally speech, so if it's just sounding a little different, that could be a symptom. The history of the ALS Association, they were founded in 1985, and since then they've been kind of the world leader in funding and research to help find a cure for this disease. They've made many great discoveries over the many years, but most notably is probably that they believe to have found the gene that could pass on ALS from parents to a child. And that has been described as being the biggest discovery in probably the last 20 years. Some other things that ALS Association does include advocating for public policy. That's a big thing that they do, which is basically, especially lobbying Congress on a national level. Some things that they've been able to achieve through doing this, include ending the 24-month waiting period to get on Medicare if you have ALS. Because ALS is such a fast-moving and fatal disease, they were successfully able to lobby Congress to get them to drop the 24-month waiting period. ALS is only one of two diseases where this is the case. Another thing that they were able to do through advocacy was that they got ALS to be recognized by the Department of Veteran Affairs as a service-connected disease. This allows anybody who was formerly in the military or their immediate family to get treatment for ALS because it could possibly be induced by something when they're in the military. This helps them out a lot. It saves them money on bills and just helps them have peace of mind that somebody's there looking out for them. A big deal when people are deciding whether to donate to a cause is to make sure that they're not, a scam. You want them to be completely legitimate and understandably so. It's your money, you want to know where it's going. The ALS Association is a great cause to donate to. As you can see right here, the ALS Association is known well around the world because they do research and funding for projects all over the globe. They help people of all different continents because ALS doesn't discriminate to any one country, but it affects everyone. The ALS Association is an accredited charity by the Better Business Bureau, and it has been named a 4-star charity by the Charity Navigator. This chart right here shows you their expenses. These stats are from the ALS Association website, so if you had any questions about them, you could check. Once again, this chart right here, it shows you their expenses for the year ending in January 2013. You could tell that they spend a great majority of their money doing actual work. It's not a scam. They spend 32% of their money, or roughly $8.5 million a year, educating people about ALS, about the disease, and the symptoms and early warnings of it. They spend 28% of their money yearly on research, where they can fund research projects and clinicals to help try out new drugs and see if they could find out, test if you could test for it earlier on in life and see what you can do to help try to stop the problem. Another 19% of what they spend goes to patient community services, which is basically, medicine and funding for these services. A very small portion of their expenses go to administration, which isn't quite the case in all charities. Some charities spend a lot of money on administration, and which is basically the people who are in charge are padding their pockets. This one spends a very small portion of their money on that, and you can really tell that they're a good charity to donate to. So I hope I was able to help you today form an opinion and maybe decide that you want to give somebody the AL Association. It's a very good cause. Thank you.